Shalom, and welcome back. This week's Torah portion is the portion of Shoftim. Shoftim means judges. The Torah tells us to place judges and enforcement officers or policemen as well in all of our gates. The gates were the places where the courts were. And there are many laws regarding exactly the nature of the judges, how they should act, and the proper attitude of judges to make sure that the judgment that they deal out is fair. For example, judges are ideally supposed to be rich, so they can't be bribed. We're not allowed to bribe a judge. Judges have to be completely impartial. They need to weigh both sides of an argument before rendering a verdict. The verdict has to be a verdict according to the laws of the Torah. It cannot be their own opinion about how the verdict should be. A basic court that hears testimony just generally consists of three judges, three members. Today, very often they're rabbis, and this is called a bet din, a court of judgment. For a larger court, a court of 23, was required for capital cases, and the largest court, the Supreme Court, was a court of 71 sages. So there were different levels. Very similar to today when we have district courts, we have appeals courts, and we have the Supreme Court. And each court is higher than the other one. But the idea is all the same, and that is that justice needs to be done in a fair way. As the Torah itself says, tzedek, tzedek tirdov, justice, justice you shall pursue. The word tzedek means righteousness, actually. And the righteousness that should be given in the cases of the verdict, that the verdict itself should be a good verdict, a righteous verdict. Today, very often we find that judges are accused of corruption, of bias, of taking one side or the other, perhaps more in favor of one political party or the other political party. Judges today are under a great deal of criticism and scrutiny. But the Torah has its own rules regarding judges, and judges were not political appointees, but judges have to be appointed fairly and impartially. And that's perhaps an important lesson for us today, that the judges we appoint also should be done in a fair, unbiased way as well. And perhaps by that lesson, we can learn a great deal for our judges today as well. Candlelighting in San Diego is at 6:48. We want to wish you all a very good Shabbos. We know that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are just around the bend in about 3 weeks. We'd like to encourage you to make your arrangements for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Chabad does not require tickets. Any Chabad center is free for everyone to come. There is no charge. We do welcome donations, but everyone is welcome to come. There is no excuse for not coming to services just because you can't afford to pay. In Chabad, we do not require you to pay to pray. So I want to wish you all a good Shabbos, and as they say in Yiddish, a good Yeben Shteyar. It should be a good, blessed year for everyone. Aksiv Achsim Tova, you should be written and inscribed for a good year. Shalom and Shana Tova.